Fine. So shall we talk about open enrollment today? Most interesting topic, and it's very quite common in USA. So what is mean by open enrollment in general? Simplest or Manisha? Open enrollment.
Hello.
Yeah, simplest.
I mean, for me, open enrollment means pretty much like over here in United States. So there's a period that the company or the government, uh, you know, is a period that people can enroll in the plan. Like this year, the company, the government have an insurance that is opening, I believe, on November, and then it's gonna close in January. So that is the time period that people can enroll. So after this time, people cannot enroll. That's my understanding.
Right. Right, simplest. Correct. So open enrollment means normally most of the organizations they might have some period like they may initiate in the month of June, they may initiate in different month based on the client requirement. They will open a window. Okay, they will initiate benefit plans and they will open a window. Let's say it's from January 5th to March 30th. So this is the time in which they will allow employees to enroll into certain benefit plans. After March 30th, they will close the open enrollment. Okay, they will close the open enrollment and they will finalize the benefit plans. So employees may not enroll into the plan after that date onwards. Okay, so here it's simple. In benefits, how it works, a benefit partner will assign a plan to an employee. An employee also will choose a plan if they want to enroll into the plan. That is also possible. But how it is open enrollment is different from these two. Here we have triggered the open enrollment for a group of employees, not for single employee. For a group of employees, we are triggered. We are offering benefit plans, and we'll send out a reminders to them. This open enrollment is going to be open on this date and is going to be closed on so and so date with some instructions so that they'll enroll into the benefit plans before the window close. Okay, here few challenges are there. When you initiate the open enrollment, there might be few employees who are not eligible for the plan. For example, eligible in the sense, some organizations they may not allow the employee who's are newly hired. Okay, or some employees you already mentioned the window is going to be closed on March 30th. They didn't enroll into the plan. After March, again they will say, after closing the window, they will say, hey, we forgot to enroll into the plan. Can you please include us into the plan as well? Okay, so these kind of challenges normally will get. So how to manage these challenges also will decide. We'll discuss. Before that, let me show you. We'll create the plan end to end, but let's see how this open enrollment looks. Okay, how to initiate open enrollment and how to finalize, how to send the reminders. That first, let me give some heads up on that. Okay, so we are not setting. We will set the plan also. Okay, but before that, let me give some heads up. So access the task initiate open enrollment. Okay, initiate open enrollment is the task. Remember here we are using the existing data. We haven't set up any data. We're using existing data. We'll configure our own data, but try to understand what is the process. In interviews, they may ask what is the task to initiate open enrollment and what are the parameters you have to enter into the open enrollment. The task is initiate open enrollment. The parameters we have to include is benefit group, and event type. Okay, event type you have to select. Let me select RFS. Okay, so these are the employees are eligible for this open enrollment. We have to get an event, so we have select the event also. The setup remains same, friends. Plan coverage you have to create, plan you have to create, event you have to create. Apply the event event rule also common. There's no big difference. Setup remains same. Then when you're initiating 5/11/2019, it should be open till when? Open until let's assume December 31st till it can be open. From when the event is active, the here normally will get the challenge. It should be between these two dates. Hmm. Initiated on the event date. This is a common one I used to get. When they have initiated, oh my god, so many plans. 5/11/2019 is the initiation date. Okay. Okay, let me go with the same dates to avoid confusion. Enter an open until date that is between the initiation date on the event date. Between initiated 5/11 is the initiation date today on the event date. Okay, let me do one thing. Better I will select the event date equal to same as initiation date. Okay, sorry, I got confused. So let me do one thing. Event date 30th. Okay. So whenever you're finalizing benefit plans and the closing date we equal to event date, okay? And let me review this one. Ignore. I will come with the right one. Why I getting this error? I used to get common error here. So these are all benefit plans are going to be triggered as part of this open enrollment. Exclude employees with waiting periods. It's a very good scenario. Sometimes an employee may newly join, but they haven't completed 6 months of service. We used to call they still serving probation periods. Okay, so if you don't want to include those employees in this benefit group, select this sigma. Or if you like to include those employees as well, some open enrollments they don't consider the waiting periods. They'll consider the join new hire employees as well. If you want to include them, you can include. It's up to the client requirement. And here select OK and see the warning message from best practice. Before initiating open enrollment, you should run the benefit group audit report to make sure your employees are not eligible for more than one benefit group. If you are using spending accounts or health savings accounts, make sure your payroll period schedules are set up completely for the entire benefit plan year. Okay, for payroll related thing. So an employee should be part of only one benefit group. So that's why they're asking us to run this report. And also before initiating open enrollment, another best practice what we have to do is no employee shouldn't have any in-progress transactions in the worker history. Please remember the point. If someone asks you what are the things you have to check prior to initiate the open enrollment, the first thing you have to run the benefit audit report to ensure employee belongs to only one benefit group. Second point,
What was the first point? I didn't hear that.
Okay, so here. The first one, what we are saying, before initiating open enrollment, you should run the benefit group audit report to ensure all your employees eligible for only one benefit group. Okay. Second thing, to ensure no employee has in progress transaction, which means if there is an in progress transaction for an employee in the benefit, if you initiate open enrollment, what happens? It will goes on hold, so that employee can't see the initiate open enrollment action in the inbox because there is awaiting action already in that. This is a challenge. We used to get the challenges more in support projects. So make sure you have to inform the Ben admins. Go ahead and approve all the benefit plans, and also have to inform the employees we are initiating open enrollment for this year. So close your all in progress benefit related tasks.
How do we check that no employee has in progress transaction? Is there a task for it?
So we have to create a report for that, Manisha. So actually there's a standard report, I believe, in progress transactions.
Okay.
So that report, and also there's another
Hello?
report, benefit census report. I will show that report as well. Now once you inform everyone, so this you ignore, I will explain the data logic. They used to confuse always here. Then select OK. You have to refresh. Okay, see the comment here. Because you are sending these transactions to all the group of employees. Hit OK. You have to refresh now. Here it will shows now started, in progress, submitted. Okay. Now here an option called refresh.
Hello?
Yes, Simplex. Okay. So we have to refresh until the process shows successfully completed. Once the process successfully completed, here currently there is no employees eligible, that's why it's showing as 0. Once it's successfully completed, it shows not started for how many employees not started, in progress. Hi Simplex, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Yes, Simplex.
I mean, I wasn't able to understand you. I was keep saying hello, nobody was responding.
I'm sorry, we can't. Now you're audible. Please tell me.
No, I didn't hear everything you were saying.
Okay.
Yes, I
Okay.
didn't hear anything.
Okay. Anyhow, here also we don't have any employees. That's why showing as 0. Uh, let me do one thing. Initiate again. Okay. So before initiating the open enrollment, remember 2 points. Run the report, benefit group audit report, to ensure only one employee. Sorry, to ensure all employees belongs to only one benefit group. Second thing, we have to inform all the employees. Go ahead and complete the transactions and benefits if there is any pending. At the same time, admin also have to check all their employees whether anyone have any pending actions. Why they have to check? Because if there is an in progress transaction is already available, and if you initiate open enrollment, this open enrollment transaction will go on hold, so that employee will assume he didn't receive the step to take an action. To avoid such confusions, no in progress transactions prior to initiating open enrollment. Once these things are clear, then initiate open enrollment by selecting your benefit group, event type, initiation date, open until, and event date, and hit OK. Once you hit OK, it will show the refresh button. So refresh until it still shows it's just initiated, successfully completed. It's not picking any employees. That's okay, no problem. So once it is successfully completed, normally it will shows number of employees now started, total employees, the task is triggered. Once it's triggered, how many employees successfully submitted or enrolled into the plans, how many employees the step went on hold because of in progress transactions. Okay, the closed with changes, closed with no changes, finalized benefits, finalized with no changes, or employees anyone has cancelled or resigned it, total employees, all these numbers will be displayed here. Okay, will be displayed. So once everything is displayed, so we are saying till 30th we are giving the time to them to enroll. So keep it as open until 30th. Once the date 30th is triggered, before 30th, sorry, 28th, let's say 30th, before 30th, you want to remind them prior to 2 days on 28th. Hey, we are going to close the open enrollment and the within 2 days. If anyone would like to enroll into the plan, enroll. So go to the actions here, send reminder emails. When you select send reminder emails, enrollment status in progress. Here you have to input the subject. You can give the complete data. So some message. If you would like to enroll into the benefit plans, please enroll within 2 days, or else is going to be closed. Excuse me. It's not enabled in this thing. Okay. Currently there are no workers, that's why. Here you will give the test description and hit OK, so that everyone will receive emails, so that you're sending a reminders. After 30th or 30th evening, after your office hours closes, like let's say 8 p.m. is the closing time, go ahead, run the open enrollment status report. So you're finalizing the benefits. So it will list out all the employees whosoever is going to be eligible. Now you can see some numbers here. Go to the view details. Now you see the numbers here. It's clearly showing. It's an in progress open enrollment. So these many employees have total out of 166 employees, finalized them with no changes. 152. Some employees applied some changes. Those are 13 members. So now go ahead, action, open enrollment status report. Okay, currently there is no active events. You have an option called close. You have to select close, which means you are closing for the period. This is just a process. Okay, just a process. Okay. Now, any questions on the process? Open enrollment process. We didn't initiate it, don't worry, we have to set up, we will do. But I would like to give an overview how it works, so that's why I spent some time on that topic.
I mean, the only concern I have is regarding the data you were plugging in, and you pretty much use the same date. and
Yes.
the Workday system give the today date, but the open date was pretty much the same with the closing date. It's confusing.
Right. Let me help you. No, it's not a. It's a correct one. I used to confuse it. Let me help you. What exactly they're trying to say. Mm, 1 second. Okay, forget about this. So initiation date. Initiation date is always today. Effective. Today's effective date. You can't override it. Okay. Open until when you want to open the deadline. 05 November. And you want to open the window open until 30th November. What Workday is saying here, event date. Once you initiated, initiation has done. Okay, event is nothing but the event is successfully submitted. Employee enrolled. The date should not be greater than until date. So that's the reason Workday asking us input the date between these two values, or at max 30th November. So what happens? The same date if you use, you're giving maximum timeline 30th November. Also, you're going to finalize on 30th November. Okay. So employees. So okay, forget about this date is not this date. What is the last date employee enrollment plan? Simplest. What is the last date the employee has to enroll into the plan?
You pretty
So
much use the same date.
yes. Now, first thing, let's understand in this way. What is the last date of the benefit plan open enrollment? 30th November, correct? Which means when the employee is when is that plan is effective from the employee? From 30th only, correct?
Right.
That's the reason Workday suggests include in a date between these two dates. The real time maximum we will select the open enrollment event date equal to closing date. So you're giving deadline till this date. Employees will enroll into the plan enrolled in the plan between these two dates, and you're going to finalize the benefits on 30th. So employees are effective from this date onward. I mean, the benefit plan is effective to the employees on this date onwards. I'm sorry, I used to get confused here. The dates similar to you. I used to get confused. Now I just be corrected. When we're initiating, we're just given the same date. So that window will be closed this date. Employees also affect benefit plans also affect to the employees on this date only. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, for me it seems confusing. What is the point for Workday to give the event date? Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same day with the open. It's the same day with the window open. I mean, it's the same date. What is the point of giving to events? I don't know if you get my point.
I got your point. Simple. You're saying why again we are giving an event date if that is the same date, correct?
All right.
Right. Mm, question. Let me help you. Okay. I can give, but no, I don't think this makes sense. Like we are open a window till end date. Okay. So simplest, let me do one thing. Hold this one. I'm adding this one to my notes. Explain you tomorrow. Okay. With some good example. Instead of simply saying something is not good. Let me
I got, it's gonna be two questions on pending, right?
no. The question is valid. So what we're trying to do here, employee is eligible for the benefit plan. Employee is eligible for the benefit plan once you close the enrollment. Okay. So if I want to show, first of all, okay, let me do one thing. For better understanding, we don't have any employees also here triggered and view benefit. All employees are finalized. No one is in progress. If it is in progress, I can show you a difference. Okay, this is a good one. See this example. The initiation date equal to 10/9/2015. Finalized date equal to 27/11/2015. Effective date 1/1/2016. Take the same example again. It gives. Okay. So I'm still 1 second. Let me hit OK. Then only I can come. Okay. Now it makes sense. Simplest. Initiation we are initiating today. I am saying open. It should be open till end of this November. But event plan effective date is from 1/1/2019. December 1st onwards. Employees are effective for his benefit plans. Does it make sense now?
Yes, yes, it makes sense. Right, yeah, I remember you were trying to do that, but you was trying an error when you were trying to do this one on the payment.
I'm sorry.
So,
Actually,
so, um,
sir, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, if that the case, because I know I saw you were trying to put a different date, but you will keep having an error on that. So my understanding now is that the event date is meaning that the event date is more. So that means technically the closing date is the 30. So the event date is the first. That means there's an extension on it.
Not extension. Good question. We are going to close this date only. Okay. Now see this example. Take the same scenario. Okay. Just take this scenario. So initiation is 5/11/2019 and 30/11/2019 is the window close date. For time being, please ignore this event date. Okay. Please ignore this event date for time being. Now see, few employees enroll in between these two dates. Let's say 10 employees enrolled on 10th November, 20 employees enrolled on 20th November. Okay. Question here. What is the effective date from when the employees are effective to the benefits? Any guess or idea? Take this scenario, 10 employees enrolled on 10th November, 20 employees enrolled on 20th November. They enrolled, they opted this plan. Question, from when these employees are, from when the benefit plans are effective to these employees?
Should it be
Until the closing date, the 30.
Sorry, 30th?
30th? Yes. I see.
Event date, first onwards. So we are saying window will be open till this date. Though they have enrolled in between any dates, between these two values, they have enrolled in between any dates. Okay, any dates. What are the event date here you are giving? From there onward, they are effective. The plans are effective. To avoid these confusions, always what we recommend, 30th, this date will propose. You're closing on the same day. Once you close, same day onwards, employees are affected to the benefit plans. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say here, though the employees are enrolled into the plans, it doesn't mean the plans are effective from the date onwards. Whenever you are closing that, okay, after whatever the event date you proposed, from that date onwards, the employee is eligible for the plan. Okay, good questions. Great. Is it clear or any questions on this initiated open event date?
It's clear for me.
Okay. Now, okay. So now what we have to do? We'll initiate it. Let me repeat again. So once you initiate it, here you have a refresh button. Refresh until the status change to complete. Currently, no one is eligible. That's why 0, because it seems this open enrollment is already initiated. It's showing as 0 values. It will show some values. Okay, that we will see tomorrow. Whenever you want to close the window, prior to 2 days, send a reminder mails so that employees will be aware we're going to close it. Okay, and once the window is closed, you have to finalize the benefits, which means you're finalizing the benefit plans to an employee effective. That we don't see here because no active employee is eligible. That I can show you tomorrow. So just try to understand the process only for today. And as I said, best practices. Run the report. This report you have to run. You have to select the group before initiating the open enrollment. See this? 1,714 employees are affected with multiple benefit groups. So these employees have issues. If you initiate open enrollment, these employees have issues. So you have to fix it. So make sure there should be only one benefit group. Second step, run the report. Most important report for benefit setup. Prior to initiating open enrollment, run this report. Okay, now you see only 11 employees, correct? After finalizing the after finalizing the open enrollment, again run this report. It should show more employees, which means employees are enrolled into the benefit plans. Got my point? Now showing only 11 employees. After initiating After finalize the open enrollment, again run the report. It should show more employee numbers. Export into the Excel. Put the filter on the plan. Put the filter on the open enrollment benefit plan. Take those employee list. Compare with the finalized employee list. If the both are in sync, which means the open enrollment is successful. Got my point? Run the report prior to initiating open enrollment. You have some numbers here. Just export this and save it.
I have a question. So these 11 numbers, that means these people are in the open enrollment plan?
No. Prior to initiating open enrollment.
So what is this number means like, what is this? 11 items means like,
So,
what is
sorry.
it trying to tell us?
Let me explain. 1 second. In this benefit group, these employees have some benefit plans. Okay. Now, when you initiate the open enrollment, these employees may be eligible, may not be eligible, because you are not running the report based on the worker. You are running the report based on the group. If you are initiating open enrollment, these employees may be eligible, these employees may not be eligible. Why I'm saying this? If you have a waiting period, they are not eligible. If they don't have waiting period, they are eligible. It's just a cross check. Now it's showing 11 members, right? Once you initiate open enrollment, it will show some numbers to you. Finalized employees, correct? Um, Finalized employees will show some number. That number should be
So,
synced
I
with
mean,
this report. Okay.
so I
Mm,
mean, this 11 employee is the employees who belong only to one group according to what you just run.
right, right,
Those 11 employees belong only to one group, right?
correct. All are into one group.
Yeah, because I mean, I before that you run the audit and then the audit shows some critical error because there was what employee was belong to one that more group, that one that more group. That's why
That is
we have some
multiple.
errors,
Correct.
right?
That one is multiple. Correct. Audit. This is the report which employees are currently enrolled under this benefit group.
Yes, I agree with you. They're only in one group. So my question to you is, if you find an employer who is enrolled to more than one group, how do you remove him from that group so he
Okay.
can only
How do you
belong to
remove
one
those
group?
employees from that group? That's your question, correct?
Was
Like,
that?
yes, yes. You're saying this employees are eligible for multiple benefit group. It's showing a critical error. How will you remove those employees from the group? Correct.
Correct.
Right. Good question. Actually, we addressed this one in our second session, I believe. No worries. Let's see how to do that. In real environment, these issues never came. Please remember, this is a GMS. We have data discrepancy issues, but in real time, we don't have these kind of issues. Okay. Now see here. Let's take this employee. How many benefit USA employees? Active employees in USA? Active. What you require to do? Open this benefit group eligibility rule in other window. The question here, when you're creating at country level, you should not create multiple groups. But is a training tenant, some people has been created. And this seems is an uncondition. Just mark it as DNU. Do not use. It's currently already in use, or else you can delete it. Okay, it's currently in use. So what you can do here, Actually, once you created any benefit groups, each benefit group, you require to run the report there itself. Before assigning to the worker, before creating a plan there itself, you have to check. In this tenant, we have discussed this 1 second. So you can give some eligibility rule here, which is not matching with the worker. So what happens? That employee will be ignored. The employee will be removed from the group. So what happened to this? Also, let me write in this way. Hmm. So now, can you see the Steven here? Steve Morgan.
Not there. It's here.
Here he is available, critical. Now can you see him? No, right? We excluded. Most of the people, whosoever meet in that group, everyone is excluded from the group. So please remember one thing. Once you create a benefit group, if you're not creating any plan, you can delete it. Once you create a benefit group, you assign to the plan, then we can't delete that. In that case, you have to write a rule in negative condition whether the employer is not eligible for that. So what I write the condition? Active equal to false. What does it mean? Employee should not be active. So all active employees is excluded from the benefit group. So that's how we have to write, sir. If such scenarios are not going to come in real time, trust me. But if you are run into such situations, this is the only option. You can't delete the group because you don't have an option. This is already in use. You have to write a negative condition. Very clear? Confusing, right? Simplest?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's clear. I'm gonna try it again today. I'm gonna try it
Right. Now you see only you can say terminate employees might come. So what we are trying to do now, take this scenario. Okay. Okay, take this scenario, sir. What happened? This person is eligible for two groups. Okay, remember this name, Charlotte Rowan. This person is eligible for two groups. Our
tomorrow.
requirement is right. Our requirement is it should be eligible for only one benefit group. So what we have to do now? We have to make one condition as false. How to do that? Go to the group eligibility, edit it. You can't delete now because you already assigned. Now Workday doesn't allow you to delete it. Remove, mark it as DNU here. Write a condition where the employee is no longer eligible for the group. It's simple. Search for active, or you can also go 1 equal to 2, 1 is greater than 4. That also you can write. So we're excluding the active employee from this group. Now you